I want us to check out this video. It's got some pretty interesting question in it that I want to definitely address. Let's figure out and see if we're going on and we can spot what the problem is in this. Let's check this out.
Question for the single ladies out there, and if you're a guy, you should chime in too. Do you like being pursued or not? I've debated this topic a lot with my friends recently. I know there's a lot of nuances here, but generally speaking, men are told to pursue women.
All right. Men are told to pursue women. What do you all honestly think about this? I mean, there's so many different videos and you hear different women talking about how they are a little bit freaked out. Men are approaching them, and that is the law of nature, perhaps. Ladies, if you look a specific way, you're going to have men who you may attract that's going to come up to try and talk with you. But the question and the matter of the fact is there, when they do, are you looking for somebody to approach you or not? And definitely need to chime in on this particular video because there's something that we definitely need to figure out. What is the problem here?
I grew up going to church, and there is this heavy emphasis on men pursuing, being persistent. But in my real life experience, that has not helped. As soon as there's a level of interest,
It's almost like he's kind of denying a little bit of how he grew up. I like the fact that he said that he grew up in church and he's been very persistent. And it's all about the approach and how you approach somebody, especially in today's climate. You have to be very, very careful, men, of how you approach women today. It's not like what it used to be in the 80s, not like what it used to be in the 90s, early 2000s. Things have changed so much right now. People got their phones out, they got their cameras out, they're recording any and every interaction. And plus, if they got their homegirls with them, you best believe that they're going to be recording as well. But we definitely cannot move away from the path that we are on. Let's see what else he has to say, and then we'll get back.
it seems to put pressure on the girl to where she bounces. As a man, I believe you should be initiating things. You can't just wait for the girl to lead. And maybe I'll get some hate for that comment, but that's just what I believe. But
Definitely shouldn't get hate for that because men are supposed to lead. The men are supposed to go out and figure out and seek out who it is that they want to talk to. Now, it's all about, if you look at any of the videos that I've done, it's definitely all about how a person dress, how they carry themselves, and how they are supposed to move, because you want to make sure that you definitely look your best, that you are authentic, that you do have the right values instilled within you. And then as you go out into the public sector, you're going to find somebody who is going to be attracted to that. Then they're going to most definitely approach you. And then from that point, it's both people's job. One person is going to approach, the other person is their choice of whether they want to accept that or not. But we definitely have to be respectful in these days in approaching women in general, because so many things can get twisted up.
as the girl, I think a lot of times you guys are told to just sit back and wait. So is there a happy medium so we're not in this confused state? I'm really curious to hear from the men in this one too. And of course you get the anecdotal advice from all the married couples that are like, pursue, the one that's meant.
Married couples are going to have some pretty good advice, especially if they've been married for a number of years, but it's a reason and a way of how they got to that state, because the married couples, they pursued someone that they were attracted to. They approached them, they connected with them in a way, they talked, they went through the courtship, they went through the friendship, they gotten into a relationship, and it expounded from there because they wanted to take the next step. So it's definitely not I don't think this is a bad question. I think it's a legitimate question that he's most definitely asking. And the thing is with social media is it puts information out there where people can actually get it in bite-sized chunks. People's attention span, man, probably about 20 to 30 seconds. People will react to different things. But I think it's most definitely a really good question that he is most definitely asking here, because it is definitely necessary.
For you will appreciate it. I'm just not fully convinced that the psychology is backing up that 100%. Maybe I'm a freak, or maybe I'm just doing it all wrong, but I want to hear from you guys. Drop your comments and I will reply to you.
And I definitely hope that he gets some replies back to, people who definitely can provide some advice out there. And then two, what type of women do he probably attract, because it seems like he's trying to be very, very authentic and figuring out, hey, what am I doing wrong? How can I, talk to someone that I am interested in? Because this whole dating thing definitely is some preparation that have to come behind it. There are some things that in order for us to be able to get to stronger communities, we have to figure out who are we most compatible with. And you should definitely check out that video where I did that mock resume example, because we have to audit ourselves to figure out, okay, what is it that we are bringing to the table? Because the first thing that the men are seeing is they see an attractive woman and a woman that catches their eye. They're going to move to her. They're going to figure out how to try to accomplish the goal. And from that point, the ladies in response to that, the ladies have to be attracted to the guy that is approaching them. If not, they're going to keep it moving and keep going a different way. But I think that that's definitely a legitimate question there. And even looking at some of the comments on the video, it's even one person just said a lot of the comments are very vague, but I think when people are very authentic, I think that they're going to actually get the necessary they're going to get the necessary response that is deemed for them at that particular time. So I would say for the men out there and to this young man right here, stay on that track, keep moving. I would not deviate too far from what your values are. And somebody that you will meet at some point is going to be very, very close to the track that you're on. And that attractiveness is definitely naturally going to happen right there. So until next time, like, listen, subscribe to the channel. Lifestyle by SK, where wine, cigars, relationships create that tapestry of extraordinary experience. You have a good one.